Let's see if we can go through here. Can we? No, we cannot. Whoa! Crash. Impact detected. Motor stopped.
When I first got the DJI AVATA, my biggest worry was, what if I crash it? I've never flown an FPV before. While I have been a drone pilot for a while, when it comes to FPV, I mean, this was going to be my first drone that I was going to try and, I don't know, experiment on a little bit. I kind of looked at it and just like, oh, even though the price is pretty steep, I don't think if I should really go for it or not. But I bit the bullet. I purchased it yesterday. So what it came with basically were these two separate boxes. So I had the actual DJI AVATA box with the drone in it. There were a few different components in there that were just for the drone. And then I had another box which basically had the DJI Goggles 2 in there and the motion controller. Then you had different cables to connect it to your phone, to the charger, USB-C cables, an OTG cable, and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go through the unboxing now. There are a lot of videos on the internet about unboxing, so I'm just gonna skip that. First flight that I had was yesterday when I first got it. I unboxed it, I took it in my backyard. Funny enough, the first try I gave the whole thing, I basically crashed it, and I'll tell you why. So this controller, previously, what I've done is I've basically controlled the Mavic 2 Pro that I've got with this RC Pro controller, right? So just a traditional controller, you've got your D-pad, you've got your joysticks, you've got your buttons, screen, everything else. Then, suddenly, you're presented with this thing here. This is completely different to, you know, what I'm used to, right? So this controller here, basically, you've got, there are no control sticks. Right, there are no buttons at the back. It's just one-handed operation. So I was quite skeptical about if I'd be able to use it or not. And then I gave it a go. It took me a while. I would say about 5-10 minutes to kind of get the hang of this. But when I did, I was able to kind of pull off some really cool footage. So let me just show you first my crash that happened, and then let me show you what the initial few rounds in my backyard looked like. So you can kind of tell I was taking it slow because I wasn't sure, you know, how much skills are required. But then I tried to take it through this, you know, little portion through to the plants because I wanted to see how easy it is. And then after that, I got a bit cocky because I was like, yeah, cool, yeah, this is kind of easy, I can do it. And then I decided to just, you know, basically send it. So I was doing these quick turns, and that was a close call. You can kind of tell that I kind of touched the branches there a little bit, and then that sort of, you know, made me a bit more cockier and just fuck it, I'm just gonna freaking send it. And that's when basically, you know, I just had it all wrong. I started doing more acro shit without any practice, and you know what happens when you do that. So I basically, yeah, there you go, ran into a little branch, turned the drone upside down, realized that, you know, there's a turtle mode. So instead of basically going and picking it up myself, I decided to use the turtle mode. And that's pretty cool. Then did a few more rounds of basically, you know, random flying in my backyard before realizing that, hey, yep, the battery's just gonna die any moment. I'm gonna go in and just call it a day. But I wasn't gonna do that before, you know, trying to do this one final shit. I really wanted to kind of get the drone go through my legs. So you can kind of see here, I kind of, you know, open my legs a little bit. I'm just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna take it slow. The propeller guards are there. You know, the worst is basically I hit my legs with the drone, but I was able to do it, which is pretty surprising because I thought with this controller, you know, there's no chance I'm gonna pull something like that. But this tells you, as a first-time FPV user with the motion controller, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of cool, and it's a lot of fun flying FPV. I have to admit, I'm gonna get addicted to this. I'm really worried where it's gonna take me and what I'm gonna do with my money now. You know, I took it up in the trees. I sort of tried to do this. I felt so cool when I was like, all right, I'm gonna open my legs, try to take it through my legs, and I was able to do that. So obviously it's pretty intuitive. It's not that hard to use, but I feel like it'd be a whole new thing once I get my hands on the DJI FPV controller too. I'm in Australia. I bought my unit from Melbourne City and unfortunately they just didn't have stock for the actual RC controller. Next on the agenda is basically some of the accessories I think that I should have bought when I bought this drone. So one of the things that I really should have gone for is the ND filters. Like today when I took it out for a bit of a flight, which I'm going to show you in a minute, I didn't have ND filters with me, and you know, you can kind of tell that while the drone is doing its best to sort of manage the brighter sky and the dark areas and try to keep that range sort of similar, it's really struggling. So I really wish I had my ND filters, because I also looked at the frame rate and it was like pretty high. So it was like basically my shutter speed there was, and I also looked at the shutter speed and it was quite high. I would like to, obviously I was shooting 4K 60 I think it was, so I would have liked to keep it at 120. But to be honest, as somebody who has never flown an FPV drone before, this was a lot of fun. Let me just quickly run the video for you so I can take you through exactly, you know, what it was, what the flight was like, and how it performed in like super windy situations, because today it was like insanely windy here. And I was just like, hey, maybe I should skip it, I shouldn't fly today. But you know, once you get a new drone, you really want to just go out and fly it for a bit. So I was like, yeah, you know what, F it, I'm just gonna go out, give it a go, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So yeah, it kind of struggles when it's super windy, and you'll see in the video what I mean by that. But you know, without further ado, let's jump into that video.
All right, I still feel like it's a bit too windy, but we're about to find out. Cool. So here we got the cool little AVATA. It's really windy. I'm a little bit worried, but anyway, I'm gonna pop this here. Alright, gotta pop the battery for the goggles, so cool. So that's done. Turn the drone on. Alright, drone is on. My controller here is now on. Let's pop this on and fly this thing. Alright, out of 1 to 10, how ridiculous do I look? Cool, I just need to make sure I don't move too much because there's a lot of like stuff around me. But double press to get the motor started, and then long press to fly it. Alright, so it's kind of windy. It's struggling because it's like so windy. Oh, it's super windy, it's struggling. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. I think it's just kind of too windy. It's like actually struggling quite a lot. Struggling heaps. But I'm still gonna give it a go. Try to do at least a few laps and see if I can make anything. I can get some footage. Holy shit, it's actually quite windy. So this doesn't really perform that well when it's super windy. That's what I get from it. Woo. Yeah. So this controller is kind of like, once you go through the tutorial and stuff, it's not that bad. You kind of understand how to use it. But it's not, I don't know. I think like without the manual controller, you can't really get any tricks out of it. It's just basically just a bit of a, woo! It's just a bit of a fun without the manual controller. Oh wow, that was a bit. I was almost gonna crash there, I think. Let's go another one through the middle. We can do this. Oh yeah. I tell you what, this is still a lot more fun. Like this is a lot of fun compared to flying a regular drone. And I think if it wasn't so windy, I could potentially get some really cool shots. Whoa, that was very close to the ground. I almost shat myself. I think this tells me every time I come flying, I need to not only prepare my camera and my drone, but I also got to prepare. Oh, that was very close to my ear. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but whew, I felt the wind, startled myself a little bit. So what happens is when you're flying it, on the screen you can kind of see an H, and that basically kind of tells you where you started from, because otherwise it's going to be so hard for anybody to guess where you started from. Boom. Oh, it's quiet. The wind has stopped a little bit. It's calmed down. It's calmed its tits. Let's see if we can go through here. Can we? No, we cannot. Whoa! Crash. Impact detected. Motor stopped. Well, there you go. We have just recorded our first crash. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use the turtle mode and get it to flip and start again. Let's see if we can make that work, because it's upside down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the menu. Oh, hold on. So I've started recording first. Now I'm going to go through the touchpad, open the side menu. Here we go. Settings, control, I think it is, and then turtle mode. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Oh no, it tried, it didn't work, so I gotta go rescue it. Cool. Well, there was that. So what we're gonna do now, there was a guy coming down here. Alright, I'm gonna take the camera with me. I'm gonna go and try. We're gonna go and I'm gonna go and rescue it. Cool. So I know where it crashed. It's obviously in a bit of a dense bush. It couldn't flip, so we're gonna go, assist it a little bit. All right, buddy, where are you at? Cool. All right, so it should be here somewhere. I bumped it here, and then it fell down. Surely there's like a find my sort of a thing that kind of makes a bit of sound. Oh, here it is. Of course it couldn't go through the turtle mode. Look how dense this shit is. So it couldn't obviously come out of there, but luckily we're here. There you go. We got it. Now we gotta check if we can still fly it. How durable it is. Can't believe first time I took it out and we got to get a crash as well. Crash test. All right, let's see. I'm gonna fly it again. This time, hopefully. So last time when I kind of took it off, because it was super windy, it started sort of swaying in a direction, and I thought I lost control of it. But let me just pop this camera back on the tripod. All right. Cool. It's recording. All right. I've got the camera back. Let me just make sure I'm away from everything. Cool. Let's fly it one more time. Get out of the menu. Get out of the turtle mode menu there. Cool. So double press to start the motors. Oh, I can hear something kind of like hitting the propellers. So I'm gonna go check it out. I think there's something stuck in the propellers. Nah, looks like it's cleared up. Cool, let's go. Yeah, see, it kind of sways when it's super windy, which obviously isn't cool. Look at that. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and bring it in front of the camera a little bit so we can see how stable it is. Hey, that's me, what up? I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but yeah, it's not very It's not very stable when it's windy. Cool. Anyway, let's give it another go. Turn it. Press the little clip. And here we go. We're off again. Flying through the trees. What up? Hello, my name is DJI AVATA. Oh, there was something in the view of the camera. Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. But I wish like it wasn't so windy. Should we give that board another try? Let's see. You know what? Let's give it another try. Fuck it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? This time we'll go a little bit slowly. Round 2. Nah, it's swaying a bit too much. It's a bit too windy for... I can't seem to control it that well. Basically, it's not going where I want it to go because of the strong wind. So I don't want to take another chance and probably lose it. Because, yeah, as I said, it wasn't given to me for free. What should we do? What else can we do? Can we do some acro with this? First flight. And we're trying to do some acro. Fucking hell, Jaden. Relax, Jalvi, relax. Whoops. Whoop. I wonder how it's gonna look when it's completely stabilized. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, oh, that was too low. Quick turn, nice one. Very nice. It's kind of natural. Once you get a bit of a hold on how this controller works, it's not as hard. I would say, controversial opinion, it might not be as good as the manual controller, but it's definitely easier. Like, I don't think I would be able to do these kind of, you know, very close flybys using the manual controller. I'll have to spend a bit of time on like the DJI, I think what is it called, virtual flight app, which by the way doesn't work with this drone. If you have tried the app with the Avata and the new goggles, and if it's working for you, tell me what, whoa, super windy, whoa, the drone's gone away, fuck me. Whoa, nah, I think it's time to bring it home. I don't want to lose it, man. Super, super windy. Look, I can't even keep it straight. That's a bit, yeah, no, that's a bit tricky, man. I definitely don't want to lose the drone. So maybe today's not the best day to fly it, I guess. But yeah. Whoa, there was a stem there. Avoided it. Nicely done. Yeah, today's not the best day for sure. Might just bring it back, to be honest. What's there? Let's check a bit of like the range. Oh, there's a property. That's a private property. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's go follow the H on the screen. It's really swaying a lot. Like, it's not... I wonder if it's because, like, you know, I'm fucking up high on the mountain and it's not sheltered at all. So I'm gonna see if I can take it to my car and do a bit of a close circle there. First I gotta slow down. Let's slow down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Fuck, my tits are frozen. Hey, not bad. Let's go through here. Boom, boom. What up? Oh, fuck me. Oh, it's calmed down a little bit. That means we can fly through these trees. I expected the battery to actually already deplete, but looks like it's not that bad. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, close calls. I think you gotta fly close to the surface for that bit of a cinematic effect. Yeah, oh, what a big boy. Let's go. Let's do a dive. Oh, it just looks down, so it doesn't really do dive with this motion controller. You gotta have the full manual mode, man. If you're getting this drone, you gotta go for the full manual stuff. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, you know what I mean? Whoa! Oh, whew. That was round 2 of running into things.
Whoa, don't run into myself. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I don't think that's probably a good idea. Oh, I just realized I didn't even have my antenna up on my freaking goggles. It's really windy. I gotta bring it down. I've said it a few times, but it's just so much fun to fly. Whoa! Boom. Nicely done, JJ. Let's go through here. Windy, but we still made it happen. Nicely done. Yeah, I think I need to go somewhere with a bit more obstacles and maybe like not as windy. Cause I'm like repeating the same shit again. It is a lot of fun though. Whoa, damn, the motion controller latency, I gotta tell you what, it is really responsive. So I don't know in terms of like what the real world, oh, low battery, auto return to home in 6 seconds. I think that's basically it. I did set it to like 100 meters on return to home, but let's see how that works. Oh, there we go. So what it's doing is now it's going to 100 meters height, I'm guessing. No, actually, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. 100 meters is too much. Like, it's 25 meters, it's too windy. 100 meters is probably going to be too much, so I'm just going to bring it home manually. It's not that far that I'll need return to home thingy. What I might do is I might land it close to where the car is, so I can just pack it up here and go to the car. Oh, damn. All right, there's the car. Let's go. Let's do something stupid here. Let's try and go through this gate. Let's see if with this controller, it's actually as easy as they say it is. Oh, I cannot believe I did that. Fucking hell, I would never even try that with the Mavic drone. I'm not lying. Let's go back, land it, and then we just pack it up. Can we go through here? Let's see. Oh, cancel. Don't go, return to home. I can hear a runner behind me. Here we go. Gotta be careful. A few runners up here I can kind of see, so we gotta make sure we're away from them. Hey, nice one. I got a bit of a... That was pretty cool. Let's go. Time to go back. Whew. Oh, you know what? Final check. Before you leave, just do a final check, because you never know what you might have dropped. No, nothing here. Nothing here. I've got everything. Got the drone, got the controller, got the battery. Oh man, that was a lot of fun. We go home and we go through the footage. Why did I park here? What the fuck is wrong with me? I can kind of already tell that I'm gonna have to buy the Fly More pack for extra batteries. Because, I don't know, that was enough time, but because it's so much fun, that's why I keep doing it. I need more money. Anyway, let's drive.